everybody, I'm Ashley Esqueda, and we are celebrating 25 years of Double Fine by talking to some of the lovely developers here at the studio and the games that they've worked on in the history of this amazing video game studio. Today we are going to talk about Costume Quest, which is one of my favorite Double Fine games. And we have Gabe Cinquepalmi, which I am 95% thank you.
Well done.
Like I said, my last name's Esqueda. I like to make sure I get people's last names right. So for those at home who have not experienced the joy of Costume Quest, like tell them what that game is. What is Costume Quest?
Well, I think back to Tasha's original Amnesia Fortnite pitch, which I don't know if you've gone over Amnesia Fortnite, but it's like a 2-week game jam we do when we shut down what we're working on and people pitch ideas and stuff like that. She pitched this idea to sort of relive trick-or-treating as a kid and sort of the DIY costume, building stuff out of, cardboard boxes and paint rather than like the slick store-bought costumes. And then on the combat side, it was about trying to capture what the kids would picture themselves as. If they're wearing like a cardboard robot costume, they probably see themselves as this kaiju mech shooting missiles and, exploding things. We had just come off Brutal Legend. It was M-rated. A lot of gore and profanity.
I told you not to climb on that, you stupid mother!
This was sort of a left turn, which is, we do that a lot at Double Fine.
What were kind of the pillars or the North Star of the team as it was making the game, and did that shift at all over the course of development? Do you remember any of that?
Well, that was 15 years ago,
it was a long time ago.
My recollections are unreliable, but I don't know how many unintentional Pinocchios I'm gonna have talking about it, but
nobody's fact-checking this.
The AF build that we had that eventually got signed as a game, it pretty much stayed the same. It just got a lot deeper. Just trick-or-treating and costumes and sort of a Japanese RPG sort of quest system and combat system. And we didn't really call them pillars back then, I don't think. That sort of developed over time, but yeah,
that's
sort of
cool.
A mission statement.
Okay, all right, I like it. So we have a bunch of candy here, and I'm sure you're wondering why. Well, first of all, trick-or-treating, but secondly, we're gonna taste test all these, but I'll ask the questions, and then we will eat this candy and we will rate it. I mean, you still go trick-or-treating, I assume.
I have a kid. He was actually born right after we shipped Costume Quest 2.
Do you remember the first Halloween costume you put your kid in?
I think it was like a construction outfit. He had like
that's
a
really
big
cute.
bulldozer box hanging on his shoulders and a hard hat, and
Well, that's adorable. I went insane as a new mother, and I dressed my child in 31 Halloween costumes, one for every day of October that year, because I knew I'd only get to dress him up one time, for when he was 3 months old. I was very inspired by Costume Quest because I was like, ooh, he can wear lots of costumes. We can do tons of costumes. Is there anything that you would add or change based on current technology or what you know now about game dev that maybe you didn't know while you were making Costume Quest?
Well, Costume Quest isn't defined by technology necessarily. It's more of the creative juices. So there's not something that we've advanced to that we would want to go back and add to the game. But Costume Quest 2 was kind of the answer to that question, where it was a short development cycle. We had to cut a lot of stuff from the first game, and we were able to get some of it back in for the second game.
Was there anything that didn't make it into either?
Yeah, actually, we had a concept for sort of a tandem thing. So if you had two costumes, they could pair together and maybe get a different ability if they were in combat at the same time, or some sort of special animation. And then tricks is another thing we cut, which was controversial, but we couldn't really think of a non-mean-spirited way to get it in the game. We wanted to egg houses and TP stuff. It ended up kind of making it into the battle stamps in combat because it was more appropriate to do that to monsters than
to people's houses. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Is there any one element of Costume Quest that you particularly are really proud of that you worked on?
Well, on a personal level, it was sort of that was the game that was the catalyst for me moving from production into design. So I started doing a little more design and writing on that game, and then with the DLC, it was a little bit more, and then I ended up leading the second game. But I think the main takeaway is probably just the fact that people play it every Halloween, and every Halloween we get to see some new Twitch videos or Let's Plays where people are enjoying it with their kids, and people are always like, oh, Costume Quest 3, when is that coming out? So that's very gratifying.
That's awesome.
It's like a perennial you know.
Yeah, it's
favorite.
like it's a Halloween cult classic, almost like a family tradition or like your household tradition where you're like, oh yeah, every year when spooky season hits, like we're playing Costume Quest. That's what we're gonna do. That must be really validating as a game designer that people sort of like have this as like an appointment game to play every year. Like that it's really special to them. That's like really cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Costume Quest, again, is such an interesting installment in the library of Double Fine games. To you, what makes Costume Quest a quintessential Double Fine game, since we're talking about 25 years at the studio?
We get asked that a lot, like what makes a game Double Finey? It used to me, just be like, well, if Tim is involved, it kind of feels that way, but as we broke into different teams, it's more like, you know, finding someone with an idea that they're passionate about and then just supporting that idea with our creative people, our team. And, you know, we still have Tim's influence from the top to guide us, but it's just the creativity of the team and the letting someone, I'm just rambling at this point. Yeah.
You can ramble. You're allowed to ramble.
Yeah, I kind of have my lunch coma, so I really need some sugar
let's do it. Okay, we have lots of different stuff. What do you want to start with? We have these we have little Ovaltines. These seem very squishy.
It seems
marshmallowy.
They're kind of dubious.
You know what? I'm just gonna eat it. You know what we won't make you eat? We will not make you eat from the can of corn.
Did you get the origin story for that?
Well, we've heard some things. We know that Robson brought it originally, but like why and when?
The why is, I can't tell you.
Okay, are you ready to try this? This is very squishy. All right.
All right, I'm gonna take it to the hoop.
Lots of marshmallow up there.
I'm not detecting any Ovaltine, an aftertaste.
Yeah, I think you're right. The amount of chocolate in this,
That did not happen.
I'm gonna give that, well, it tasted good though.
What's the rating system?
1 out of 5 jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns? I give that a 2.
I also give it a 2. I don't think I would want that in my trick-or-treat bag. Milky, creamy cappuccino candy. Oh, this could be, maybe we have some caffeine in here.
I already hate it. I don't do coffee candy.
It definitely smells like coffee, so you'll probably hate it.
Okay.
Like a hard caramel. You don't have any like temporary fillings, do you?
I'll find out.
I like coffee candy, so I would give that like a solid 3.5.
It's not off-putting.
It's not terrible.
I give it like a 2.5.
And you don't even like coffee candy, so that's all right. Canastrini hazelnut covered and filled shortbread cookie.
Is it like a cinnamon bun?
No, it's like hazelnut and chocolate.
That's Italian. I'll eat it.
Yeah, okay. It's from the old country.
Yeah, it's got a cookie smell.
It does have that's an intense cookie smell.
Goopy.
Oh wow.
That's full-bodied. Very hazelnut forward. Where's the box? This one?
There, yeah. Peluso.
I need to look this guy up. That's a 5-bagger, or what, a pumpkin?
Five pumpkins?
head?
5 pumpkins. Do you want to do a gummy?
Yeah.
This is a Japanese candy. Wow, that is very strawberry forward.
That's fruit forward.
Yeah, wow. Smells.
This was grape?
Yeah, that's grape. This one's
I
strawberry.
feel like I don't want to eat it.
All right, I'm gonna eat this, but I'm probably gonna hate it. Yeah. You know what's weird?
It's not as
This
intense.
tastes like nothing.
Yeah, it's all smell.
It's all smell and no flavor. Why not
It actually
other way?
tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right. I'd give that one
It's a 2.5 to me.
Yeah, that's a 2.5 to me. So this is like Dubai chocolate, milk
I'm
chocolate.
excited about this one.
That's a huge bar. That's thick.
Don't look at the calorie count.
No, calories don't exist in this studio.
That's a complex bouquet. It's a lot of layers. And then there's
It's like
kunafa
cinnamon.
in it, which is one of my favorite Mediterranean desserts. It's like warm cheese and shredded wheat and honey with pistachio on top. Usually it's served warm.
All right, no joke. This might actually be one of the best chocolate bars I've ever eaten in my life. And I've eaten a lot of chocolate. I love chocolate. This is really good.
It's rich.
I give that a 5.
I'll go 5 on that too.
I would ride or die for that chocolate bar. I feel like we should end it right there. I'm just gonna end up disappointed.
I'm kind of interested in this durian pocky.
Do it. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Get a whiff of that.
Nope. I will not eat that.
Ugh. Yeah, the nose is a 0. But it's not about the nose, it's about the mouthfeel. I don't know.
Oh my God, no. No.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake. Yeah,
That's the
we
trick.
should have
There were
ended when you
treats.
said.
Trick. We should have, yeah. I feel like we should end it right there. I'm just gonna end up disappointed.
Kind of interested in this durian pocky.
Do it. Have
That
me
was
an
a 0,
apple.
by the way.
That smell is still attacking me from over here. It's truly horrific. Thank you for talking to us about Costume Quest. If you haven't played Costume Quest, like, you're really missing out, and spooky season will be upon us very quickly, so just be ready to get in your annual Costume Quest 1 and 2 playthrough, because it's great.
And Grubbin's on Ice.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. Thank you for torturing yourself with one piece of candy, but also having fun trying other candies with me. We will have more. We'll have more dev interviews. But we're gonna go burn this now. I don't like it.
I might have to go purge.
Yeah, it's really gross, guys. Don't eat durian, Pocky.